Hooray for Hollywood. Hello, gorgeous. Oh, hello there. I am Stan the Movie Man, and this is my review of Blair Witch. It stars James Allen McCune, Callie Hernandez, Corbin Reed, Valerie Curry, and more. It is the story of James, played by James Allen McCune, who is the brother of the last woman left standing, or at least last woman seen in the found footage from the Blair Witch Project. He sees a video posted on YouTube that he believes shows his sister is still alive. And she is in the old house where the other footage was shot, even though that house was never found by the search teams who went looking for her. He is going to go meet with the folks who posted the video, a guy named Lane, played by Wes Robinson, and his girlfriend Talia, played by Valerie Curry. He is also being followed by a documentarian, a filmmaker named Lisa, played by Callie Hernandez. And also going with him are his friends Peter and Ashley, played by Brandon Scott and Corbin Reed. They meet up with Lane, who is a local who lives near the woods where all these events took place, and he's going to show them where he found the tape that he posted online. But in exchange for that, he wants to stay with this group and camp in the woods with them and try to solve the mystery of the Blair Witch, which kind of freaks out our group of friends, but they decide if they're going to find out anything, they have to have him along. So he goes with them into the woods, and the first night they camp, there are these very loud noises. Sounds like a tree falling in the forest, and just general weirdness. And then when they wake up the next day, there are those stick figure sculptures made with twine and twigs that were seen in the first film, and they're scattered all over the campground hanging from trees. This freaks them out, and they decide that they are going to go home. But they discover that perhaps it was Lane who concocted these stick figures. Anyway, Lane and Talia are told to go their own way while the rest of the group plans on heading back to their cars and driving home, feeling like they've been taken advantage of by the locals. However, they wind up right back at the same campsite. Their GPS is apparently malfunctioning or whatever. And from there, even more strangeness begins to occur. The Blair Witch Project is probably the grandfather of the current spate of found footage horror films. What Blair Witch should be considered is the redheaded bastard at the family reunion, because this movie blows. It is no fun at all. The various characters, with the possible exception of James, are kind of annoying. They're all decked out with all of this technology to record their every move, and I will give the film credit in that regard. Filming in some of these places for the majority of the movie actually makes some sense, because they're wearing earpieces that have cameras, and as well as the SLR that Lisa has with her that she's using to make the movie. But that's about the only thing in this movie that makes sense. And as usual, people do incredibly stupid things when they are faced with, things they can't explain, and they go places they should not go, that nobody in their right mind would go, and stuff like that. Plus, the movie takes forever to get to anything interesting happening, and what happens isn't all that interesting. It's not very scary. There's a couple of jumps, but not many. And overall, you kind of are just hoping that the Blair Witch takes care of business and wipes everybody out just as fast as possible and as gory as possible. However, there's really only one little tiny, well, okay, two bits of gore in the whole movie, and they're brief and they're not that gory. So, really, in general, with the shaky cameras, the running through the woods and the leaves, all you see is immediately in front of you the leaves from their flashlights, and all of that. It's just a huge waste of time, and if you're prone to motion sickness, it may cause you to vomit. I'm giving The Blair Witch just a thumb, not a thumb up. Well, okay, let's change that. 1 star. Go to StanTheMovieMan.com to read my complete review, and you can follow me on Twitter at MovieManStan, and you can send emails to me, StanTheMovieMan@Comcast.net. Till next time, later.